Awaken your spirit. Chosen ones. The universe does not speak in random whispers. It crafts its messages with precision, choosing its audience with care. To most, it remains silent. To some, it whispers. And to those who resist its call, it roars like a thunderstorm, demanding attention. If you have found yourself here, reading these words, let me tell you something deeply profound. It is no accident. You were drawn here for a reason, as part of a larger, intricate plan. Research suggests that only 1% of people in this world are truly designed to rise above mediocrity, to defy the odds stacked against them, and to take on challenges that would send most into retreat. If you are still here, with your heart open and your spirit curious, then you are likely one of the rare few. But let me warn you, being chosen is not the romanticized destiny the world often portrays. It is not wrapped in bows or adorned with glittering medals of honor. It is raw. It is relentless. It is a path forged in fire and built on the ashes of who you once were. Being chosen feels like standing on a battlefield you never volunteered to enter, armed with nothing but your willpower and an inexplicable sense that you were meant to fight. It is messy and brutal. It stretches you to your limits and then demands even more. It is as though the universe has signed you up for an unrelenting test of survival, one where every step forward feels like walking against a hurricane. But here lies the beauty. It is in this chaos that you are forged. You do not fight for fleeting victories, for applause, or for the world to take notice. You fight because, with every challenge, you are becoming something extraordinary, someone unshakable. The battles you face are not designed to crush you, but to carve you into a being of purpose, resilience, and undeniable strength. Your soul, battered but unbroken, will emerge as a beacon for others who are lost in their own storms. Your purpose, though hidden now, will shine so brightly that no one can deny its truth. And your impact, though invisible today, will ripple far beyond what you can imagine, leaving a legacy that will outlive you. This path is not easy. It will test you in ways you never thought possible. It will ask you to endure when you feel you have nothing left to give. It will challenge your faith, your patience, and even your belief in yourself. There will be days when it feels as if the universe is against you, as if every force conspires to break your spirit. Even trivial frustrations, like a failed connection or a delayed moment, will feel like mountains in your way. But let me tell you this, those obstacles are not there to stop you. They are there to wake you up. They are there to remind you that you are not ordinary. They are there to shape you into a force of nature that cannot be defeated. So, fasten your seatbelt. This is not a casual stroll down a well-paved path. This is a daring climb up a treacherous mountain. It is a journey that requires courage, persistence, and an unwavering belief in your destiny. Today, we are going to uncover why you were chosen, the battles you were destined to fight, and how to persevere even when everything feels like it is falling apart. We will explore the hidden strength within you, the kind that rises from the ashes of despair and transforms your challenges into stepping stones for greatness. This is your moment, not just to survive, but to thrive. Not just to walk through fire, but to emerge from it as pure gold. The universe has not made a mistake in choosing you. It knows your potential, even if you do not see it yet. It knows your resilience, even when you doubt yourself. And it knows the power of your purpose, even when it feels buried beneath layers of fear and uncertainty. You are here for a reason. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are one of the rare few who can turn pain into power, setbacks into comebacks, and dreams into reality. This is not just a video, a message, or a coincidence. This is a call to action, a reminder that you are capable of so much more than you think. Are you ready to embrace your destiny? Let us take this journey together and discover the truth about why you are here, what you are meant to fight for, and how you are destined to rise above it all. Let us begin. 1. You were designed to break systems, not follow them. The undeniable truth is that you were never meant to fit neatly into the mold society has crafted. That persistent feeling of unease you have carried through life, the gnawing sense that you do not truly belong, that the world around you operates in ways that clash with the essence of your soul, is not a flaw. It is a signal, a marker of your unique purpose. You were not created to conform to existing systems. You were destined to dismantle and redefine them. The rules, the expectations, and the unspoken rituals that others seem to accept without hesitation, they were not designed for someone like you. While the world revels in comfort zones and clings to conformity, you see a different picture. Others may find solace in the familiar, even when it is dysfunctional, but you are wired to recognize the cracks in these foundations. You hear the whispered untruths embedded in the narrative society endlessly repeats. You feel the oppressive weight of structures that were never intended to foster true growth, equity, or liberation. That discomfort you have carried is not your enemy. It is your guide. It is a compass, pointing you toward your purpose as a disruptor and a creator. When others have labeled you stubborn, rebellious, or even troublesome, they have misunderstood the fire that burns within you. Those very qualities, the ones that challenge the status quo and provoke unease in others, are your greatest strengths. They make you relentless, determined, and ultimately unstoppable. The systems you stand against resist people like you because you embody a powerful truth. They're flawed. You are the living proof that their structures are not infallible. Yet, embracing this role is far from easy. It requires resilience, courage, and an unwavering belief in your vision. This path is not adorned with glamour. The journey of a system breaker is often solitary, draining, and riddled with moments of doubt. At times, it may feel like a curse. The weight of your purpose can feel overwhelming, as if you are carrying the burden of change on your shoulders. But in truth, it is the highest calling. You are not meant to tread the well-worn path. You are here to carve a new one, to transform what is into what could be. You may face resistance, criticism, and even hostility. People may try to diminish your efforts, mock your ideals, or label you as impractical. But let their words be fuel for your fire. Remember that every great change in history began with someone who refused to accept the status quo. The trailblazers, the revolutionaries, the visionaries, they all shared one common trait: the courage to defy systems that no longer serve humanity. You are among them. Your determination and vision place you in the lineage of those who changed the world. When the world attempts to confine you, when voices urge you to settle down or fit in, let it remind you of your mission. You were not designed to settle for mediocrity. You are here to shatter the chains that bind others and to construct something extraordinary in their place. Your journey is not for the faint-hearted, but it is undeniably meaningful. You are a builder, a dreamer, a creator of new possibilities. So, keep moving forward. Embrace the fire that others fear and the vision they cannot yet see. The systems that seemed unshakable will crumble under the force of your resolve, and in their place, you will build something far greater. Remember, you were never here to follow the rules. You were born to rewrite them. The world may resist you, but it will never forget you. Your legacy will not be one of compliance, but of transformation, a testament to the power of those who dare to dream beyond the confines of what is. And when future generations look back, they will see the indelible mark you left, proof that one person can indeed change everything. 2. Rejection is protection. For the chosen, rejection isn't what it looks like. It feels cruel, like a slap in the face, like the world is shutting doors just to watch you struggle. But here's the truth. Rejection is one of God's most underrated forms of protection. You didn't lose that job, that relationship, or that opportunity because you weren't good enough. You lost it because it wasn't good enough for the person you're becoming. The world is full of traps disguised as blessings. Not every door that opens leads to something better, and not every person who smiles at you has your best interests at heart. When you're chosen, God sees the full picture, not just the pieces you're clinging to. What feels like a closed door is often a redirection away from disaster. That rejection saved you from heartbreak, wasted time, or a situation that would have robbed you of your purpose. But let's be real, rejection hurts. It stings in places you didn't even know existed. It's lonely, humiliating, and can make you question your worth. But don't let it. Rejection is proof that you're being set apart. It's God's way of filtering your life so that only what aligns with your calling gets through. That's why people who don't understand your vision fall away. That's why opportunities that once felt perfect suddenly slip out of reach. Rejection doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're being preserved for something better, something stronger, something that aligns with who you're meant to be. So when it happens, and it will, don't let it break you. Instead, ask yourself, what is God protecting me from? Because the answer is always bigger than the pain. You're not being rejected. You're being refined. 3. Your struggles are blueprints, not punishments. Your struggles are not random, and they're definitely not punishments. Every challenge you face, every heartbreak, every setback has been meticulously placed in your path for a reason. They're blueprints, divine instructions written in pain, failure, and frustration. They're not there to crush you. They're there to carve you into the person you're meant to become. But here's the hard truth. You can't skip the struggle. You can't outsmart it or pray it away. The only way out is through. Life doesn't waste battles on people who have nothing to fight for. You're being tested not because you're weak, but because your purpose requires a level of strength and resilience that only struggle can teach. Without the storms, you wouldn't know how to navigate. Without the fire, you wouldn't know how to endure. Every trial is teaching you something you'll need for the mission ahead. While others might see your life and think, why does it seem harder for them? Understand this. Your struggles are proof that you've been called to something greater. And here's what most people won't tell you. Your struggles are your secret weapon. The things you've survived, the lessons you've learned the hard way, will one day be the very tools you use to lead, inspire, and change lives. They are blueprints that God is using to show you the way forward, not just for yourself, but for everyone you're meant to impact. So when life feels unbearable, when you're tempted to believe you've been abandoned, remind yourself, the struggle is not the end. It's preparation. You're being shaped, refined, and equipped for something far beyond what you can see right now. Trust the process, even when it hurts. Your struggles are not wasted. They're building you. Number 4, comfort zones are a death sentence for the chosen. Comfort zones may feel safe, but for the chosen, they're a trap. You weren't made for ordinary. You weren't designed to coast through life without friction. The moment you settle into a routine or cling to what feels familiar, you start losing the fire that makes you different. Comfort doesn't build you. It breaks you. It dulls your edge, blinds you to your potential, and robs you of the growth you need to survive your calling. Unlike others, you don't have the luxury of staying stagnant. While some people can live their entire lives in a bubble of routine, you weren't wired for that. Comfort zones lull you into believing that where you are is good enough. But deep down, you know it's a lie. That restless feeling you get when you stay in one place too long, that's your spirit screaming for movement, for change, for challenge. Growth for you isn't a nice to have. It's non-negotiable. Every step forward, every risk, and every uncomfortable moment is preparing you for what's next. Comfort zones don't prepare you. They suffocate you. They keep you from sharpening your skills, from testing your limits, and from walking fully in your purpose. Yes, stepping out is scary. It's messy and unpredictable. But the alternative, staying stuck in a life that doesn't align with the person you were created to be, is worse. For the chosen, staying in a comfort zone isn't just stagnation. It's the slow death of everything you're capable of becoming. So don't get comfortable. Don't settle for what's easy. Keep pushing, keep stretching, and keep growing. The edge God gave you is what sets you apart, and it's what will lead you to the extraordinary life you're meant to live. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Don't let it win. Number 5, you are a light that darkness will always attack. The attacks you face are not random. They're not because you're unlucky or unworthy. The reason you feel like life has targeted you is simple. You carry something so powerful, so transformative, that darkness can't afford to let you fully realize it. The weight you feel? That's the resistance of a world that senses your potential and is terrified of what happens when you step into it. You are a light, a force capable of breaking cycles, healing wounds, and inspiring change. And light, by its very nature, attracts darkness. Think about it. Darkness doesn't bother with people who pose no threat. It doesn't waste energy on those content to stay in the shadows. But you shine too brightly. You're a disruptor of the status quo, a threat to everything that thrives in ignorance and fear. That's why you feel under siege. Every attack you face, whether it's doubt, failure, betrayal, or fear, is an attempt to dim your light. The enemy doesn't want you to see the truth, that the very battles you're fighting are proof of your power. If you weren't a threat, the attacks wouldn't come. If your life didn't matter, darkness wouldn't bother. But here's what darkness forgets. The harder it pushes, the brighter your light becomes. Struggles don't diminish you. They refine you. Each time you fight back, each time you refuse to give in, you grow stronger. Your light grows brighter. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember this. You're not being attacked because you're weak. You're being attacked because you're unstoppable. And every battle you win is another step closer to fulfilling the purpose that darkness fears the most. Keep shining. The light always wins. Number 6, your fight isn't for you. It's for generations. Your fight is so much bigger than you. The battles you're facing right now, the ones that drain your energy, test your patience, and make you question if it's even worth it, aren't just about your life. Every step you take, every obstacle you overcome, is shifting the future for people you may never even meet. The fight you're in isn't just for survival, it's for transformation. You're breaking chains that have held generations back, whether it's cycles of poverty, trauma, fear, or doubt. You're dismantling things that your ancestors didn't have the tools, strength, or opportunity to confront. The weight you feel, that's the weight of history. And you were chosen to carry it because you have what it takes to end it. And it doesn't stop there. Your fight ripples outward. It impacts your bloodline, your community, and even strangers who will never know your name. The strength you build now creates a foundation for others to stand on. The courage you show inspires people watching from the sidelines. The walls you tear down pave the way for someone else's breakthrough. This is about legacy. It's about ensuring that the ones who come after you don't have to fight the same battles you're facing now. It's about altering the trajectory of lives so that others can walk paths filled with freedom, hope, and possibility. So when you feel exhausted, when the fight feels endless, remember this: it's not just about you. Every victory you claim echoes into the future. You're not just changing your life, you're reshaping the course of generations to come. Your fight matters on a level that goes beyond what you can see. Keep going. What you're building is eternal. Number 7, you will be misunderstood, and that's part of the calling. Being misunderstood is one of the hardest parts of being chosen. You'll pour your heart out, try to explain your vision, or share your dreams, and people will look at you like you're speaking another language. They'll doubt you, criticize you, and sometimes even walk away. No matter how much it hurts, you have to understand this. It's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because there's something extraordinary about you that they can't grasp. The calling on your life comes with a perspective that isn't meant for everyone. You see things differently. You feel things more deeply. You hear whispers in your soul that others can't. And because of that, you'll always stand out. You weren't designed to blend in or be universally understood. Being chosen means walking a path that most people won't recognize or appreciate, until much later, if ever. It's time to stop waiting for validation from people who were never meant to see what you see. Your calling didn't come with a crowd of cheerleaders. It came with divine purpose, and that purpose often isolates you. That's why people label you as different. That's why you feel like an outsider. But that difference isn't a flaw, it's your strength. Embrace being misunderstood. It's proof that you're moving in alignment with something bigger than the opinions of others. The ones who don't get it now might never get it, and that's okay. Your job isn't to convince anyone. Your job is to keep going, even when the world shakes its head. Being chosen isn't about fitting in. It's about standing firm in your calling, even when no one else understands. Number 8. The bigger the vision, the louder the doubts. When you carry a vision that's bigger than anything the world has seen, doubt becomes your constant companion. People will look at you like you've lost your mind. They'll question your choices, mock your ideas, and label your ambition as unrealistic. Why? Because what you're building isn't visible to them. It doesn't exist in the physical world yet. It's spiritual. It lives inside of you, and only you can see it. This is what makes your journey so challenging. The world is conditioned to believe in what it can touch, see, or measure. But your vision doesn't follow those rules. It's bigger than the systems people are used to, bigger than the limits they've accepted for themselves. Because of that, they'll try to project their doubts onto you. But here's the thing. The loudest doubts don't always come from the outside. They come from within. You'll question yourself more than anyone else ever could. Am I crazy for trying this? What if I fail? Why does it feel so hard? That inner voice will whisper every fear imaginable, trying to convince you to abandon your vision before it even begins. Don't let it win. The fact that your vision feels impossible is proof of how important it is. You're creating something that's never been done before, and that kind of work is supposed to be hard. The doubt you face, both internal and external, is the friction of greatness. It's the resistance that proves you're moving in the right direction. Let them call you crazy. Let the doubts shout as loud as they want. Every step you take toward your vision silences them a little more. You're not here to fit in. You're here to build what no one else could even imagine. Keep going. Number 9, you will outgrow people, and it will hurt. Outgrowing people is one of the most painful parts of being chosen. The people you love the most, your friends, family, or even your closest confidants, might not be able to come with you as you rise. It's not because they're bad, and it's not because you're better than them. It's because where you're going requires a version of you they may not recognize or be ready to embrace. Growth changes everything, including relationships. You'll start to notice it slowly at first. Conversations that used to excite you begin to feel small. Shared goals become mismatched priorities. What once felt like a connection begins to feel like a weight. And it hurts. These are people you've laughed with, cried with, and built memories with. But the truth is, not everyone is meant to grow at the same pace or in the same direction as you. Some people are meant to walk with you for a season, not a lifetime. Here's the hardest part. Letting go doesn't mean you stop loving them. It means accepting that their journey is different from yours. It means releasing them with grace, even when it feels like your heart is breaking. You can't carry everyone with you, no matter how much you want to. Elevation demands sacrifice, and sometimes that sacrifice is the relationships you thought would last forever. But know this, outgrowing people isn't a failure. It's a sign that you're stepping into your purpose. As you ascend, the air gets thinner. Not everyone is built for the altitude you're reaching. Letting go doesn't diminish the love or the memories. It simply makes room for the connections, opportunities, and people who are aligned with where you're going. It's not easy, but it's necessary for your growth. Keep climbing. Number 10, your victories will be quiet, but your impact will be loud. When you're chosen, you need to understand something critical. Your victories will often go unnoticed. Don't expect parades, celebrations, or applause when you triumph. The most significant wins you'll achieve won't be the ones that everyone sees. They'll happen in the quiet spaces, late nights working when no one's watching, the silent moments when you keep going despite the fear, or the times you make decisions that shift your course forever but have no audience. This can feel frustrating, especially when society rewards loud, visible achievements. But for the chosen, the real victories are often internal. They're the moments when you overcome doubt, break past your limitations, or stay true to your calling when everything inside you wants to quit. These wins don't always get recognition, but that doesn't diminish their power. They're the foundation of something much bigger, the impact you're going to have on the world. Your influence won't come from noise, from shouting your accomplishments from the rooftops, or from seeking attention. It will ripple through people's lives in ways you may never even see. It will be in the small, quiet moments when you inspire someone to keep going, when your words or actions shift the direction of someone's life, or when your strength in the face of adversity gives others permission to rise. Your true impact will live in the legacy you leave behind, through people's lives, decisions, and beliefs that were changed because you stayed the course. So don't wait for validation. Don't look for the world to clap for you when you win. Your impact is bigger than that. It's far-reaching, silent, and powerful. The world may not see it now, but trust that every victory you claim, no matter how quiet, will speak volumes in ways you'll never fully understand. Keep moving. Your impact is already happening. Number 11. You'll face temptation that others don't. The temptations you face aren't random. They're carefully crafted to exploit the very strengths that make you a threat to the enemy. You might look at others and think, why don't they seem to struggle like I do? The truth is, they're not carrying the same weight or purpose that you are. You're marked for greatness, and because of that, the enemy won't waste time on people who don't pose a challenge. Your struggles are a direct result of the power you're capable of unleashing. Unlike the common temptations people face, yours will be deeply personal, designed to target your unique gifts and weaknesses. It won't just be an attack on your character. It will be an attack on your vision, your drive, and the very essence of your calling. For some, it might be a temptation to give up when it feels like everything is too much. For others, it could be an invitation to take shortcuts or compromise your integrity for temporary gain. Whatever it is, know this, it's tailor-made for you. But here's the truth about those temptations. They're not just obstacles, they're opportunities. Overcoming them doesn't just prove your strength, it's evidence of your divine resilience. Every time you resist, every time you choose the harder path over the easy one, you're proving that your purpose is stronger than any temptation trying to pull you off course. Don't be discouraged when these battles feel overwhelming. They're signs that you're on the right path. The more the enemy tries to trip you up, the more it confirms you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Your resilience in the face of these temptations is what will ultimately make you unstoppable. Keep standing firm. You're proving your worth with every fight. Number 12. Isolation is God's workshop. When life places you in a season of isolation, it is natural for feelings of abandonment to creep in. The silence of long, lonely nights, the prayers that seem to dissipate into the void, and the stillness that wraps itself around you like an unrelenting fog. It can all feel unbearably heavy. You may find yourself questioning, has God turned away from me? Why am I left to face this solitude alone? The ache of isolation can seem like a punishment, a cruel reminder of distance between you and the divine. But such thoughts are a misinterpretation of the sacred process at work. Isolation is not a sign of rejection, nor is it evidence of neglect. Instead, it is a divine workshop, a sacred ground where God is working tirelessly to shape you into the person He has called you to be. What may feel like a void is, in reality, a space filled with intention, where your character is being refined and your soul strengthened. Solitude, when viewed through the lens of faith, is not synonymous with loneliness. Rather, it is a divine invitation to undergo transformation, a process as intricate as it is profound. In these quiet moments, you are being sculpted in ways that cannot happen amidst the noise and distractions of the world. The silence, though often unsettling, is not evidence of God's absence, but a testament to His deliberate focus. Just as a master craftsman retreats to a quiet workshop to pour undivided attention into His creation, God uses these seasons of stillness to mold and prepare you. Every moment spent in solitude is a step in a larger process, where resilience is sharpened, virtues are cultivated, and faith is solidified. While the world around you may clamor with noise, celebration, and validation, your journey takes a different path. In the quiet, unseen by others, your transformation unfolds. This sacred space of isolation is where God equips you with the strength and tools necessary to fulfill your destiny. It is a time of preparation, not punishment, a time to become the person who can bear the weight of the purpose that lies ahead. These moments of isolation are where profound lessons are taught. They are the seasons when you learn to trust in ways you never have before, to find strength you did not know you possessed, and to develop faith that remains unshaken by life's storms. It is here, in the stillness, that you begin to understand yourself more deeply, discovering the unique gifts and abilities that have been placed within you. Yet, the weight of these seasons can be challenging to bear. The silence may feel oppressive, the unanswered prayers like a void that grows larger with time. It is tempting to question why these moments of solitude must exist, to feel bitterness toward the quiet that seems so heavy. But every difficult night and every aching silence is a necessary part of a greater plan. These are not wasted moments, but the groundwork for something extraordinary. Imagine a tree that grows in a sheltered valley. Its roots grow deep, not because it is surrounded by ease, but because it endures harsh winds and heavy rains. In the same way, your seasons of isolation are strengthening you. They are forging a foundation within you that will support the blessings, challenges, and responsibilities that await. The silence is not emptiness, it is purpose. The stillness is not stagnation, it is preparation. When you feel the burden of isolation, remind yourself that you are not forgotten. You are being prepared for greatness. The trials you endure in solitude are laying the foundation for a future that is rich with purpose and meaning. This is not the end of your story. It is the shaping of your character, the fortification of your spirit, and the cultivation of your destiny. So, embrace the silence. Welcome the solitude as a sacred space where divine work is unfolding. Trust the process, even when it feels heavy, even when it feels endless. Know that God is at work, shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for the purpose He has planned. The isolation is not your destination. It is the workshop where your masterpiece is being created. And when the time comes, when the season of silence gives way to the sound of purpose fulfilled, you will look back on this journey with gratitude. You will see the strength that was born in the stillness, the faith that was forged in the silence, and the transformation that took place in the workshop of isolation. Remember, what feels like loneliness is not abandonment, it is preparation. You are not alone. You are in the hands of the Creator, and He is crafting something extraordinary. Number 13, you are not merely fighting battles for your own survival or personal growth. You are waging a cosmic war, unlocking heaven's agenda on earth. Every challenge, every tear, and every moment of doubt is not just about you. It is part of a divine tapestry, intricately woven to fulfill a purpose far greater than your own life. This journey you are on transcends the physical and touches the eternal. You have been chosen to play a pivotal role in a grand narrative, one that connects the realms of heaven and earth, shaping destinies that stretch far beyond your imagination. The weight of your struggle may feel unbearable at times, but it is not without meaning. Your fight is a divine calling, a sacred duty to bring heaven's will into existence in the here and now. The obstacles before you are not there to defeat you, but to mold you into a vessel capable of carrying out a mission of cosmic importance. Through your battles, you are not just seeking personal victory. You are unlocking a divine plan that will ripple through generations, touching lives you may never meet and shaping a future brighter than you can currently envision. Understand this. God is using you as an instrument of transformation. Your perseverance is part of a greater design, one that has the power to shift paradigms, heal broken communities, and ignite a revival that will echo through time. The trials you face are not random. They are deliberate, designed to refine you and prepare you for the monumental task ahead. Every setback is a stepping stone, every challenge a chance to grow, and every moment of uncertainty an opportunity to deepen your faith and trust in the process. You are not alone in this fight. You are part of a divine army, chosen to bridge the gap between heaven and earth. Your strength, your resilience, and your unwavering determination are key to unlocking the doors to new possibilities. What you are building through your persistence is not just a better future for yourself, but a legacy that will inspire countless others. Each battle you win lays the foundation for others to walk in freedom, strength, and purpose. The ripples of your actions will extend far beyond your lifetime, touching hearts and transforming lives across the ages. Yes, the load may feel heavy, and the path ahead may seem uncertain. But know this: every ounce of energy you pour into this fight is moving you closer to fulfilling a divine order. Your struggles are not signs of failure. They are evidence of a higher calling, a testament to the extraordinary destiny that has been placed upon your life. You are not merely surviving. You are thriving, growing into the person you were created to be, someone capable of carrying the weight of a mission that will change the world. This fight is not just about your victory. It is about fulfilling a purpose that transcends time and space, a purpose that will leave an indelible mark on history. Your battles are shaping you into a beacon of hope, a source of inspiration for those who come after you. The moments of isolation and doubt are where the deepest transformations occur, molding you into a leader, a warrior, and a bridge between the divine and the earthly. Though the world may not always understand your journey, it is because your calling is beyond human comprehension. Embrace the doubts. They are a sign of the greatness of your vision. Trust the silence. It is where God is working to prepare you for what lies ahead. And most importantly, never forget that you are not alone. You are supported by a divine force that is guiding you every step of the way. Even in your darkest moments, you are being prepared for something extraordinary. The pain you endure today is the seed of tomorrow's triumph. Your purpose is cosmic in scope, far beyond the limitations of what you can currently see. The road may be long, the nights may be dark, and the temptations may feel overwhelming. But remember, you were chosen for this journey. Your life is part of a larger story, a divine narrative that is unfolding in ways that will leave a lasting impact on the world. When you look back at the end of this journey, you will see that every tear, every sacrifice, and every ounce of perseverance was worth it. You will realize that your struggles were not in vain, but were necessary to fulfill a purpose far greater than yourself. This is just the beginning of your story. The chapters ahead are filled with promise, with opportunities to rise above challenges and become a light in a world that so desperately needs it. If this message resonates with you, if you feel the stirrings of a higher calling within you, then now is the time to take action. Do not let this moment pass you by. Join this movement, this family of warriors who are stepping boldly into their divine purposes with courage and unwavering faith. By subscribing to this channel, you are not merely seeking inspiration. You are joining a community that is committed to breaking barriers, overcoming obstacles, and embracing greatness. Together, we will rise above every challenge and create a future filled with hope, transformation, and renewal. Click that subscribe button and connect with a network of like-minded individuals who will stand beside you, encourage you, and empower you to keep moving forward. The world is waiting for your light to shine. Your story is a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of perseverance, and a reminder that greatness lies within all of us. This is your time to rise, to fight, and to claim the destiny that has been prepared for you. Together, we will ensure that nothing stands in the way of your purpose. Subscribe now, and let us walk this journey side by side. The future is calling, and it is yours to shape.